this is the Young Herbologist. Today I'm wearing my glasses and it's so fucking bright in the garden. Even got my hoodie on. So yeah, today I want to be more open on subjects like how did this cannabis industry start? You know, where is it evolving? Where is it going? For me personally, I always saw when I was 13, 14, probably when I was 14, 15, I found out that obviously smoking with the friends, blah blah blah, all this that. I noticed that there was some beneficial components in the cannabis plant, and to tell people, they say, oh, you're crazy, you're just smoking too much, blah blah and all this. And then 2 years later, the new company in Israel called Tikkun Molaham released this strain called Aviteco, or whatever it's called, 0% THC and like 80% CBD. So I was right, you know, back then. The thing is, I didn't have the skills that I have now to breed, so I didn't know how to create and take out that narcotic effect, take out the main component THC and keep the CBD. So the market is now, after that release and all this shit going on the internet about good for medicinal use, the CBDs, you know, they found out, you know, good stuff, you know, studies, you know, personal experience, you know, and it's a kind of thing now that a lot of people are going to, and a lot of sick people that are at the end, they've tried everything and they're trying out this stuff, you know. It's not new now, it's probably new 4 years ago. That's when it really started to take off, you know, depending on different countries, you know, different people, different minds are evolved, you know. It's like everything in America, they're always the first to do whatever, they're the first ones to ban it, now they're the first ones to start legalizing. And once that, you know, the whole country of America will be legal, then the rest, you know, do be a domino effect to the rest of the world. And that's it, you know. Fuck the laws on cannabis, you know. It's just a joke for the mafia, the pharmaceutical companies, everyone. Most intelligent people know that. The rest of the people that are brainwashed, you know, they'll just keep saying it's drugs, blah blah. You know, it's like everything, it's down to the dosage, and you know, probably the subject's been spoken about too much, and probably everyone is well aware of the current situations now. It's just a figure that it's just down to each individual to want to understand it and comprehend it, you know. So when I started out, I was like, I think I was 13 on my first grow, and with my friend, you know, one day he comes to me, you know, he says I got some seeds, you know, and I put them to germinate in my house in the backyard, and I just threw a whole lot of seeds that someone gave him. He just threw it in a plastic bottle, cut through the middle, with full of sand. He just germinated in that. After 2 weeks, he comes to me. The plants are too big. We need do you want to come with me and try and pot them somewhere? You know, we go 50-50. You know, whatever. So I was like, yeah, okay. You know, at that age, you know, you're always into that venture. You know, like quite rebel at that time. So I was like, yeah, okay. So we go through the countryside, you know, looking for perfect spots to put the plants. Yeah, we come to a nice natural river stream. you know, it was a field that was abandoned, you know, no one was using it, and there was a lot of trees around it, so it was perfect. Then it had a little river stream going through, natural water. It's the most important water, as it gets very hot in the summer where it was. So we had 27 plants. Both got half of them and started putting them. I put some in some areas, he put some in some areas, and we were like competing, you know, which plants were going to be turn out the best, you know, from the location that we both put them in differently. So we're putting them around the rivers and shit. He's putting like stones, elevating it more so it has more like drainage to the roots. You know, at that stage you just know the most simple, you know, like anything, how the basic of putting a plant and putting it in the floor, you know, making a hole and that shit, you know. 2 months later, you know, a month later, it started to get really hot, so we had to water it more. So we got a water pipe, and we just connected it into the natural water stream on the top. Put some stones around it, and by gravity, it just went, you know, individually to each plant. Drip system, basically the watering itself automatic. So that was pretty neat. Until a month and a half later, it started to get really hot, and that little stream started to not carry as much water as it used to. So what happened then? We had to go individually, and that stream left banks of water, you know, that were just like ponds, you know. So we had to get from those ponds, you know, get like, I don't know, like containers and shit, fill up the bottles, and then water the plants individually. A month of doing that, once the plants were like 2.5 meters tall, you know, like massive, you know, incredible stuff. At 13 years old, you know, like crazy shit. So one day I go with another friend to water it, a trustworthy friend. I went to water it one day, and they weren't there. They disappeared, you know, like, and I saw where the plants were. It was just being ripped out. It has been ripped out and just left there. Someone just ripped out to try and transplant it somewhere else. But I think the people that stole it was so stupid that they didn't even wait to the plants were nearly to the end of their harvest of the flowering stage. Just stole it then. That way, I didn't win, or he couldn't replant them because he didn't dig enough around it to get the roots out properly. So I didn't win, and the person that robbed the plants didn't win neither. And that is that was my first grow at 13, and now I'm 23, so I've been doing this for 10 years, and it's been one of my hobbies always. It's when I'm most happy, when cannabis plants are growing and I'm checking up at them. I remember my ex used to tell me, you know, you're all day with the plants, you know, like, what's going on? You need to spend some time with me. And I said, look, this is what it is, you know. Look, if you like it, it is what it is at the end of the day. If you like it, you stay. If you don't like it, you go. She used to get the hump a lot, and this is my hobby, this is my passion, and it's what I enjoy, but it makes me happy, you know. And that is one of my stories. I would like to other people tell stories of how did they get into this, you know, if it was for medicinal or just to get stoned and laugh, and or this hobby makes them happy, you know. What is their drive? Because I see people doing these videos, and everyone that's into it, they really take it, you know, they really enjoy what they're doing, you know. You can see that they're putting in the time, and it's like a very, I don't know, a very satisfying thing to do. And yeah, just let me know your personal experience with, you know, how did you start, and yeah, it'll be cool to know.